Good morning, YouTubies. How are you? It's Marie here. So I'm sitting here drinking my coffee. This is my new cup that I got. It is not the brightest bulb. um, this is uh, the one with Chevy Chase, Christmas movie. Um, yeah, I actually like those movies. Um, anyway, I thought I'd come on here and do a video. It's been a while since I've done one. Yeah, so I really don't know what to say because every time I say something, I think I offend somebody or somebody gets pissed off or I get in trouble. Um, yeah, so um, just bear with me. It's early in the morning and I just decided, I'd put up a video. I do have a new pet. You've seen him or her. I don't know what it is yet. It's a starling. So I thought I'd tell you about the bird because many of you have asked about the bird. I found the bird. I was at a gas station getting some gas, and I was talking to the gas station attendant that was standing there. And as we were talking in the back, because they also repair cars, there was something on top of a trash can. They had a row of trash cans, those great big recyclable trash cans. So I was looking at something, caught me in the corner of my eye, and I looked, and I thought at first it was a great big piece of tissue paper or, the kind of paper that you use. Not toilet paper, but the other stuff that you use in the kitchen or whatever. So I'm going back, and then when we're talking, and then I go look again, and the thing, all of a sudden I see these two little legs flaying. And I thought, is that a bird? So I went ahead and walked over there, and there was this little bird on its back. And I'm going to tell you, baby birds are not the cutest things. They are really ugly. They look like little dinosaurs. So it must have been at least maybe 5 or 6 days old because it still had its pin feathers, and it had a lot of down. So I asked the man if he would get me a little box, if he could find one for me, and he did. The first thing out of his mouth was, "Why don't you just throw it away? It's no good." I'm like, "No, I can't do that." So I went ahead and he found me a box, and I put it in the box, and I decided to take it home. So this is what's so great about YouTube and Facebook, is that I didn't know what kind of bird it was, but I knew it was a big bird. The guy told me it was probably a little chickadee, and I said, no, the legs are too big. It was all legs, so I knew it was not a little bird, and I couldn't see the parents. The nest was so high, I wouldn't have been able to reach it to put it back. Two things about birds. When you find a baby bird, you can put them back in the nest because they have a bad sense of smell. A lot of people think if you put a bird back, the mother bird will reject it. It won't. They actually don't have a great sense of smell. What they do have an aversion to is to cat saliva, and they don't know how that happens. But if a baby bird has been touched by a cat, and you put it back in, the birds will automatically reject it. They just have an aversion to cat saliva because they don't get along. So anyway, I went ahead and took the bird home, looked on YouTube, and I looked up to identify what kind of bird it was, and it turned out to be a starling. Lo and behold, starlings can be kept as pets. They are not part of this country. They were introduced here from Europe in the late 1800s, I think. And because they are not part of this, the original animals here, they are not a protected species. And I saw a lot of videos on how to get rid of them and how to kill them off and things like that, which was also, for me, was disheartening to watch. Anyway, a lot of places won't accept them. You can keep them as pets. So I went on YouTube and I found a lot of people who do keep them, and many of them had videos on what they did to take care of them, how they fed them when they were babies. So then I went on Facebook, and there's a couple of groups of people who are avid starling owners. They're just like, they rehome them, they raise them. Now, one thing about starlings, which I found out, like, I wouldn't be able to have a blue jay or a Baltimore Oriole, or because those are protected species. But I don't know about magpies. Mockingbirds I don't know about either. But what I've learned is that you can raise these birds, and they also can talk. So I'm watching some of these videos, and these birds, they not only mimic, but they mimic in the person's voice. So you're hearing the person's voice. And they're really interesting animals. But once you have, I lost my train of thought. Once you get a young starling, unless you really are hands off, you can't really release them back into the wild. It's like going to the zoo and you see a lion or a deer or whatever. You can't introduce that animal back into the wild because it would be helpless. Same thing with a starling. Once you've raised it and taken care of it, it would not, even if it learns to feed itself, because it's been so domesticated, it would not be afraid of other people and predators. So when I went on the site and joined the group, the person who does the group told me that, once you keep the animal, you need to keep the animal. And I kind of understood that. And I wasn't, after I did my research on it and found out what the animals could do, I was thinking, okay, I can go ahead and keep it. The bird is a nice bird, doesn't make a lot of noise. Right now he's like sitting in his cage, or her cage, just chilling right now. I fed her this morning. She woke me up at like 4:30 in the morning screaming like, ah! Like, I know, you're hungry. Let me get myself together here. So, anyway, I went ahead and contacted these people, and there's also a website, starling website. I don't know why I call them starlings. Starling website on what to feed them. Somebody had asked me a question of what to feed them. Now, let me tell you something. In this process, I also learned a lot about dog food. I gave the bird, they said you can give the bird kibble, puppy kibble, and you can soak it in water, it'll be soft. You can give it to the bird. So I went through at least 3 bags of 3 different dog foods. The bird wasn't having it. In fact, they smelled so bad. One of them actually made the bird sick. I'm like, if it's doing this to the bird, what is this stuff doing to the dogs? And I'm not naming the names of the product. You also can feed them cat food, but it has to be soft. So what I found that worked is I got blue buffalo, or some of them is called blue wilderness. Someone with this stuff is kind of pricey, but the bird likes it. Doesn't make it sick. It doesn't smell bad. So I take a little spoon or whatever, the end part, and feed it to the animal. I may do a video on that. And then what I do is you can get baby food too. You can get a little chicken, the little soft, mushy kind. And also I also give the bird just a little bit of banana to make it moist. You want it to be like an applesauce consistency. And now that the bird is getting a little older, it's not as watery as I had it before. I've had this bird for 2 weeks, and the bird is like changed overnight. Every time I get up in the morning, I swear the bird is like grown. It looks like almost a full-grown animal now. In my videos, you see the bird, it's starting to fly. For Mother's Day, my son had asked me what I wanted. He wanted to take me out and get me some shoes and stuff, and I'm like, I really don't need that. But what I would like to have, if you don't mind, is could get me a big bird cage. which is what he ended up doing. And I went to PetSmart, and they were really expensive. And then I went to Petco, and they were affordable. So I went ahead and I picked out a nice big cage. But as the bird gets older, it's a big cage, but I will leave the door open so the bird can, if I'm home, the bird can fly around. I'll probably set up some kind of a play yard for the animal so it can perch on it. Anyway, a lot of times the bird will sit on my shoulder, or it'll be on, I had made up a perch, and I also found another one which I forgot to bring in when I came in last night. And what I used was, it was paper towels. I was using paper towels, and they can be pretty pricey. Toilet paper and paper towels are out of this world expensive. Why, I don't know. So when I go downstairs to put up the trash, people leave a lot of magazines and stuff, so I've just started picking up magazines and newspapers, to rip them up and put them on the bottom floor of the cage, and I can use that. It's not, Anyway, that's about the bird. And like many of you know, I lost my cat, and I was looking for a cat, and I was getting scammed. There's so many scammers out there. Oh my gosh. They're scamming when they want you to give them gift cards to hold the animal. What you do is you get a gift card, give them the number, and then they can use that money. And I caught a couple of them, and it's just like, really? I'm like, I just want a cat. It's like cats are like hard to get now. You can't find a cat anywhere. And you go to a pet store, a cat at a pet store is like $200. I don't have that kind of money, Now watch, when all this is over, there can be cats everywhere, and they're not going to be able to give them away, because once this is over, all these animals that people got, they're going to return them. Watch. Anyway, I did go out and do, on another subject, I did go out and do some thrifting. I did have a Kate Spade wallet, but the inside of it started to fall apart, so I tossed it. But it was only like $3, so it wasn't no big deal. Okay, so anyway, I got just a couple of things, so I'll show you that. So I got this little Vera Bradley. I guess it's my Clinique, but it was a special edition. This was 99 cents. Now, one thing that is happening is that because they're starting to let up a little bit, there are yard sales that are going on, but I just don't feel like going to a yard sale right now. Anyway, I got that. And then I found this little, I don't know if I showed it in my other one or not, but I found this, and I use this for my first aid stuff, Band-Aids and Tylenol, things like that. And there's a story behind this. Yesterday when I was at the thrift store, I cut my finger, and I was reaching for something, and I cut it, and it bled all over the place. And I thought, oh, okay. So I was looking through my backpack. I forgot to put my first aid kit in there. And luckily I had Kleenex, so I was able to wrap it. But the blood, it was a surface wound, but it was cut in such a way that the top layer of my skin, you know how it just bleeds, everything. So I was standing in the corner of the store trying to stop the bleeding and wrapping it up, because I didn't want anyone to see me going through that, because people freak out now. If you're sick, cough, fart, whatever, bleed, whatever, the people freak out on you. Anyway, I wrapped it up, put everything back that I had picked out, and I was kind of upset about it. I'm like, oh well, maybe it wasn't meant to be. Went home, put a Band-Aid on. Okay, so I just make sure I put everything in here. I got this little pear thing. I use this as a spoon holder. This was 99 cents. I just thought it was really cool. And then I got this little doll. It's actually in Russian. So you open it up and, you know, you got the little dolls and got this one and got this one. It doesn't have a lot of them. There's only, and then it has a little baby one. So yeah, I thought these were cute. This was 99 cents too. And this is made out of real wood, which is really cool. So yeah, I like this. These are cool. And then, okay, oh, all right, I did get me a handbag. And like, they have this boutique part, and their bags are really expensive. They're like hiked up, and some of them are fake. Don't touch those. They're like $40 and up. I'm not willing to pay that. I don't care what the bag is. But sometimes they slip by the designer bags and they'll be set up with the rest of the bags. Now they keep changing the store around, so I walked in and they had everything set out, and then they went and changed it. So I found me and it was only $3. A long chomp. Nice bag, good condition. Nice bag. Cleaned it up. Pretty, I like it. One of my favorite colors too. So yeah. I don't think they recognized what it was. I don't know why, but it was only $3. And it was tucked away like this. Okay. Then I went through, and I have a weakness for wallets. I love wallets, and I don't care what. If it's under $5, I'll go ahead and get it. So I found this. This was $2. This is a little hobo. This is one of their older ones. It has a pocket here. You open it up, and you can put your things here. This is one of the older hobos, and it has the little card holder, and then on the inside, it has a thing here, and it has a key holder. See? So yeah. This was $2. Okay, the next thing I found, I was really surprised because they're very rare to find. When I picked it up, it was face down, but when I touched it, I'm like, this is really beautiful leather. So I found this. This is a long chomp wallet. This was $3. Kind of makes up for the Kate Spade that I lost. It's in perfect condition. Now, I used to see these at Nordstrom, and these little babies cost $159, $179. They're not cheap. Nice wallet. Whoever had it took really good care of it, and it has a little window here too. So yeah. And it has pockets here, pockets here. Nice wallet, and then it has a coin thing here. So yeah. So that and this, $6 for both of them. That's a deal. The other thing I wanted to show you, oh, this came in the mail. I don't know exactly what it is because the lettering is so small I can't read it, but I think it's for your face to clean up. Sometimes I'll get these little gifts, and I hadn't seen this for a while. We have a mail room, and sometimes if I get mail, I don't know when it shows up. Sometimes they'll put it in my mailbox. Sometimes it'll be in the mail room, and just something told me, like, go check out the mail room. So I did, and I found this. It was in a box. So I got this. The other thing I wanted to show you was everybody, now everyone likes charms on their bags, and I really I used to, but I don't know, I kind of feel like I'm like middle-aged. I don't really care much to do that. Nothing against people who do. Okay, it's just me. So I have these Coach charms, and I didn't know what to do with them because I didn't want to wear them. I really don't have a lot of bags. So what I did was I had jewelry, and I make jewelry. So what I did was I took them off the charm chain, and I made a charm bracelet out of them. See? So that way I can wear it, but not on my bags. You know, I can put them on. The only problem is these are heavy. Coach doesn't make these really nice charm bracelets anymore. They're beautiful, especially the ones, see, I got these at Macy's like many years ago, like 2009 I think. So yeah, so that's I wanted to show that to you. And I went to Target and I got this. I don't know if I'm going to make it or not. It's a little embroidery thing. It comes with embroidery stuff on the inside with instructions. Like, I don't know if I'll be able to do it. This was like, I think it was $3. Yeah, it was $3. Anyway, that is my haul video. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. And I will talk to you later. I will have more videos up on the bird. Many of you have told me you like it. It's kind of cool having a pet again. Like just having another living thing with you kind of changes the whole dynamics. Now the bird likes to rest on my shoulder, and it's learning how to fledge, which means fly, so it's flying to me now. I am not used to having things all over me on my like Loomis didn't like being held, you know. Going back to that, I lost my cat and everything, and I found this bird. Now, one thing about starlings is that in captivity, they can live as long. The longest recorded a bird has lived is 19 years. And some people have had them 16, 17 years. They're very good pets. They make a great companion. Like I said, they talk. They're just like parrots in that sense. The bird is very affectionate. I'm not used to having, you know, the bird likes to live, you know, on my shoulder. It likes to hide under my hair. So I asked them, I'm like, well, what do you do about the poo part? Because so they told me, like, get an old shirt, you know, just like you would if you were painting, but you're going to have poop raining down you, which I'm not real big on. So I'll let her or him, like, sit on my shoulder for a while, and then I'll take the animal off. But sometimes he'll rest in the crook of my arm, or she likes to sit in my lap. So I just put a towel under her and she'll like fall asleep, you know. So it's a nice little companion. Yeah. She's making noise, which means she's getting hungry. I feed her according to when she's ready to eat. I just don't go up and just you know, because she does have a little sassy attitude too. It's another thing I've learned. And each animal, you know, it's just like a cat. They all have their own personalities. I wasn't expecting to get a bird. Like I said, I was trying to find a cat, but I felt like I was being taken advantage of, scammed. And then this bird kind of like flew into my life, basically just fell. So it's been an experience having a bird, raising it from a baby. If this bird ends up growing up, it'll be like, wow, I actually raised a young bird, which is kind of cool. So anyway, I will talk to you soon. You all have a good one. And I love you all. And I want to give a shout out to Sonia. Sonia, thank you for your support. I do read your messages, and I love you, okay? And happy Mother's Day to you, belated Mother's Day. And to Yvonne and Cindy. Okay? So anyway, you all have a good one, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.